Hi, I'm Sister Ruth Lubbers, a Sister of Notre Dame from Covington, Kentucky. Today I'm going to share with you about the Examen, a prayer of St. Ignatius that he has gifted us with. This prayer helps us to look at where God is in our lives and at what direction God is leading us, or how's God traveling with us. These days in our northern Kentucky area, travel has gotten a bit more complicated due to road construction on one of the major bridges. Sometimes the traffic reports on the radio are helpful, but for the most part, one can figure out what's going on. 2-lane closures ahead. So we adjust our traveling pattern. And sometimes in our daily routine, we need to look at our traveling patterns to see where God is directing us. A few simple steps from St. Ignatius can be helpful. First, be aware of God's presence. It's important to find some quiet in our lives, and that may be while we're traveling in the car. It can be our peaceful haven, our place to really unwind. So take a few deep breaths and know that God is with you and within you. I find it helpful to recognize the beauty along the way. As I travel to work, I'm taken up with the landscaping in people's yards, the variety of colors of flowers, the shades of green in the trees and the bushes and the plants, or maybe even the role of the land. And other times, it may be the people that I see as I'm on my way, recognizing that God is present in them. Second, review the day with gratitude. Just as the rear view mirror on a car is really important for safe travel, so too is looking back over our day. So I think back and I say, I said a prayer of gratitude when someone let me into a flow of traffic. I passed a driver who seemed really distressed, and I prayed for that person. I reflected on my encounter with others and recognized the blessings that they've shared with me and the presence and the goodness that I see within them. And I also said a prayer of gratitude for those workers on the bridge and hoping they'll be finished soon. Third, pay attention to your emotions. In traffic on the highway, as well as the traffic of my day-to-day living, I have felt myself being irritated or frustrated by delays when I'm under a time crunch. I feel gratitude for the kindness that others show to those around me. When I think back over a situation, I may not be pleased with how I responded to that situation. Or another time, I may recognize that the Spirit was present and I'm filled with wonder and a sense of peace. So I really pay attention to the emotions. Fourth, choose one feature of the day and pray from it. There are many bridges and overpasses in my commute. As I open myself to God's presence, I allow God to direct where my prayer will go. I ask myself, what happening or what moment today was a bridge for me to see God's action in my life? I want to consider how I responded to it, or how maybe I didn't respond to it. What were the blessings of that bridge or that connection? Fifth, look toward tomorrow. Many times in my life, my attitudes and behavior are the reason for the slow movement, the detours, or complete standstills in my journey. What alternate route do I want to take tomorrow so that I can be and live the love of Jesus more fully? Holy Spirit, my navigator, please be with me in my journey. Thank you.